What's up? Oh,
I did
that's
it.
your phrase.
Yeah, that's my phrase.
Good on you.
Thank you. It's funny because I always have like a phrase. I always have like the same saying when I walk in to teach a class. I always walk in, I turn down the music. Do you know what it is off the top of your head? You've taken enough of my classes.
You say 1, 2, 3. Look at me.
No, I don't say that.
I don't know.
I walk in, I go,
What's up, y'all?
like, hi everyone, happy Enter Day. Thank you all for being here. My name's Elyse. If we're newer to one another, today for class you need a block, strap, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I start it every time.
There you go. So it's a crucial part of the equation is happy Enter Day.
Happy Enter Day. And thanking them for being there. Because
Okay.
they don't have to be there.
And you usually introduce yourself.
Yeah,
Usually say if we haven't met. Oh, you said that.
My name's Elyse. If we haven't met.
Nice. Oh yeah, you did say that. Sorry, I'm always, my mind's always a little like
not listening to me.
Well, when we start, it's always on the production. I'm always like looking at stuff and I'm looking at.
I'm always like, is it?
No, you're not. You don't give two shits. And I'm over here like, oh, are we recording?
Yeah. I'm always like, is the red thing on? Thank you for joining us today. My name's Elyse. If we're newer to one another, this is Slex Allen.
Slexy Bear.
Do you like when I call you Slex in my classes?
Yeah, that's fine.
I kind of go back and forth between Chris and Slex when he takes my classes.
People can know I have an alter ego.
I used to never give him compliments in class. I always try to call out as many people as possible, and I would never touch on him. And now
you were nervous?
No, because it's just like...
You didn't want to show favoritism?
Yeah. I don't know. But now I say
Give me a shout out. I work hard in your classes.
I do now. So that's kind of the recap for your interview with the yogi. I turned 34 since the last video.
Big 3-4.
Feeling even more wise than I was before. So you're welcome for everything I'm about to throw at you. And my birthday was great.
She's wiser than ever. Her birthday was awesome. We had a great time. We celebrated 2 days.
2 days.
2 different days. And the gifts keep coming because I just installed a ceiling fan for her.
Yeah. So whenever I need something done around the house, I'll be like, I would love that for my birthday or for Christmas. And so I asked for a ceiling fan in our room for my birthday. And you guys, going from a boob light, which now when I see it, it's like ugly and old looking, like going from a boob light to a gorgeous modern ceiling fan.
It's pretty nice. It's from Wayfair.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And if you don't know what a boob light is, just think about it. You've seen it. You know what they
Probably
are.
have one in your room right now.
It's not the official name, but like we are searching online and there's literally videos. Like one of the YouTube videos is how to change a boob light into a ceiling fan. And it was like the perfect tutorial.
Yeah, that guy was great.
Shout out that guy on YouTube.
Yeah. Isn't his last name like Chomp or something?
I don't know.
It was like Christian Chomp
Christian Chomp
or something.
Shout out.
That's not it, but
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I had something quick to say. There's no corrections on the interview with the yogi, obviously.
Everything I said was a lie.
Yeah, you're speaking your heart.
Keep going.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Is my thing out? Yeah. I realized I didn't do a correction on the video before. What was the one before? It's not snacks.
Dinosaurs?
Humor.
Yeah.
Yes. And I meant to take note of this correction in the last episode and I forgot to, and I have to do it. In humor, we were talking about like humor in different regions, and I said, and now I don't have it in front of me. I said the country Herzegovina, mispronounced that. It's Herzegovina.
Wow.
And it's a Eastern Europe, and it's actually the country is a dual country. It's Herzegovina and Bosnia. So like apparently they used to be two separate nations and now they merged. But I was looking at pictures and it looks like a paradise.
Wow.
Like really like Mediterranean vibes.
What did you mention about it? I don't remember.
Remember, I think the context was I was talking about how humors are different in different regions of the world. And I said Herzegovina. And I think I've been saying that wrong for my whole life. Because I was editing the video and I was like, wait, did I say that right? And I looked it up. No. Herzegovina.
I didn't even know it was a place, so at least you say it wrong and know it's a place.
I don't know what's better. I honestly don't know what's better.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Well, I'd rather be called Elyse than not known at all. So I think they would be pumped that you know who they are.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I feel like now I need to look it up real quick. Sorry, guys. because it's not in front of me because I forgot. Hold on.
So today we went to Dunkin' and I'm drinking a refresher. They still have the watermelon raspberry flavor if you thought that it's gone because it's not on the menu anymore. You just have to ask for it. And with green tea, and then Slex is just drinking a black coffee if you were wondering. But I got these cups, 3 of them, with flowers on them from Salvation Army, and they're so cute. I'm
They're very
obsessed
cute.
with them.
I do love those. And those can probably hold hot liquids
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Miliki. I was right. Yeah. Herzegovina, and it is like the country. Look at these pictures.
Wow.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like mountainous. To the viewers, check it out. Look at this. Now the episode's just about Herzegovina. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
We'll put a picture here.
Yeah, we'll put a picture here. I needed redemption on that because I know someone's gonna watch it and be like, "You said that wrong." So, right back at you, Haas.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this
Okay,
episode.
so this week we're really excited because this is something we're both super passionate about, something that we connected on in the very beginning of our relationship.
Yes.
We are talking about house
music.
music.
Woo! Oh,
Like a blow.
yeah,
like
yeah.
a-
I could put an explosion right here.
Yeah.
Um,
When we met, I wanted to be a house music producer.
yes, facts.
Slex and I, as you know, we all know we met on a blind date, but then we didn't date for a little while. So the next 2 hangouts that we did were him teaching me how to produce house music.
Mhm.
I always would start with a good idea and then liked it a lot but didn't know where to go with it. So then I would just leave that project and then start a new one. And then I'd like this little piece and then I wouldn't know where to go with it. So then I'd leave that project and start a new one. So it died out pretty quickly. But
that's the story of a producer's life.
yeah,
we all do that.
I'm
yeah.
sure.
So,
And then I was like, okay, I'll pivot and I'll just manage artists.
musicians.
And I managed
You did it.
this one group called Shando, which is out of Denver. Shout out. I think he's still making music. But I literally loved them through probably MySpace at the time or Instagram and reached out and they were like, yeah, you can manage us. So I managed them. And my biggest moment was I put together a show at a venue. I went to the venue, asked if I could have a night. They said yes. And remember, and I had Shando, Optic Nerd, and then another artist from the dispensary I was working at. We had a jam band come play. And the event was crazy packed.
It was fun.
It was so fun. And I felt like I was the coolest person in the world that night.
You killed it. I remember the fun flyers we had. Didn't Levi make them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had Bean on them.
It was Bean. Yeah.
Yeah, our bunny was on
They
them.
were comic style, right?
Yeah.
With the speech bubbles all over the place. That was a fun event.
I feel like I still have one in our memory box.
In the memory box. I think we do.
Yeah. So anyways, obviously Slex kept going with the house music, although I stopped.
You could have. I've said it to her a million times that if she ever wanted to dabble with DJing or whatever, I'm just a phone call away.
I'd be a cool ass DJ. I'm not going to downplay that.
What was your DJ name going to be?
Tiny Dancer. And I would play the little clip from the Elton John song, "Hold Me Close, Tiny Dancer." And then it would be wah, and I would come out and then I would mix into it or I'd have a mix of that song.
Hey, you had a vision.
Yeah. And then I came out with didn't we think of another one that was better?
I had mixed feelings. I liked it, but I had mixed feelings about it just because I don't love that song. But you were, it's you're a
really.
tiny dancer.
But I'm a tiny dancer. Then I thought of another one, but it's okay. It's all done now. That's in my past.
Yeah. But yeah, to your point, that's one of the things we connected on. Well, we connected on electronic music in general. And my journey to electronic music, didn't necessarily start with house, but it was inevitable that we would land there. Because I feel of all the I like all different types of electronic, but of all the electronic, I feel it's the most akin to movement and dance in my opinion. You know what I mean? Just that driving beat, and I don't know. There's just so much you can do with it. Ironically, because it's all house is based off that same foundation of just the four. Well, we're gonna get into it of that 4 on the floor beat, but there's so many subgenres and I don't know. It's still, after years and years, we still love it. That's got to say something, right?
Yeah. Well, and I think we both like opened each other up to different subgenres. Like I was huge into dubstep. You weren't really that into dubstep. And then like dating me, you got way into dubstep. You got way into Skrillex, like now probably even more than me. And then I got more into like different subgenres because I was mostly just dubstep and then like, you know, Dead Mouse, like that kind of progressive house.
Did I show you any music? Oh, I showed you What's So Not.
Well, you've showed me so many artists like throughout the ages.
She definitely. So I knew who Skrillex was for sure before we met. Absolutely. And I like recognized his like talent, of course. But I don't know. I was like, he was just fine to me. But Elyse was like a super fan. So I definitely was like, like what's this all about? And yeah, I mean, fast forward. I'm a super fan for sure.
Yeah.
He's not solely house. He's all over the place. He can fucking make any type of music and make it cool, which is insane.
So, history of house.
Am I? It's fine. Viewers, I'm looking to see if I framed it correctly. Does that look good, babe?
Yeah.
It's fine. All right.
So, house music originated in Chicago in 1980s, early 1980s.
Hot times, y'all.
It evolved from disco and experimental electronic music. So I saw like in the 1940s, which this is like a stretch, but there was this guy out of Cairo. I honestly don't even remember his name because it was like 3 different words, but he created electro acoustic music, which was basically just like taking traditional Egyptian music and kind of like lengthening and working with like, he was basically like taking different not tracks, different samples, and like just making it a little more electronic
and amplifying it like electronically.
It wasn't that good, but that like was kind of like a precursor to what eventually evolved into electronic music.
I mean, at the time it was probably popping, and I could see she was playing some. I don't know if it was the artist. Yeah, the actual artist. It was more like ambient, but like I pictured people like Egyptians just like ripping opium and just like
maybe actually
loving it. You
Let me
know,
see if it's in my search on my phone.
They're in some like 1940s like speakeasy. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a speakeasy back then because that was like an American thing. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's always interesting to think of this type of music like contextually. Yeah. But anyways, okay. So
there's that.
Fast forward to the 80s. We got in Chicago.
Yep. And then house music was pioneered by the Black and LGBTQ plus community by manipulating disco records with drum machines and synthesizers. And obviously synthesizers are like a huge component of house music even today.
Yeah. And that's really cool because that's kind of how it's similar to how hip hop started, where it was like it's sampling. You're taking existing records and messing the turntable with them, adding drum machines. It's like the same thing, but more like faster and like dance driven.
Mm-hmm.
Go, continue.
Yeah.
I love it.
The term house is referencing the Warehouse nightclub in Chicago, where Frankie Knuckles was a key developer in the genre. Who is Frankie Knuckles, you might ask? Slex?
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay. He began DJing in New York in the early 70s when he was still a teenager, which is like always crazy to me when you hear about these like kids just like leaving home and doing cool ass shit.
Right?
10 years later, he was in Chicago putting together mixes of old DJ hit or disco hits with a new drum machine percussion. So as we mentioned, that's kind of what house came from.
That's too cool.
And he's kind of, some people, they're like 3 to 4 main like characters in who actually created house music. So we'll mention all of them, and I'm sure there would be a debate on like who some people think. There's also a debate if it was like New York versus Chicago. If you think about it, like it's just, there is a cloud, y'all, of like every piece of knowledge. And so like I've mentioned, like as a yoga teacher, like I'll create a class and then I'll take a class and it's very similar that week because we're all just like connected. I think music also is the same way, where it's like bound to happen, where disco was in the 70s, people start to like change it into something else. Chicago and New York, like that's inevitable, you know?
But I think it was Chicago.
It was Chicago, but like I'm sure it was like right after it was in New York, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously people travel back and forth between the two.
And I thought Detroit was one of like the heavy
Techno.
hitters. Okay.
So it's different.
Gotcha.
So then we have in 1977, Robert Williams opened the Warehouse, which we just talked about, the nightclub, as a venue for the city's gay and alternative communities. This was the birthplace of house music, and Frankie Knuckles, who we just spoke on, was the first musical director there. So that's
Cool.
why he's like obviously going through all the vinyls, setting up all of the artists that are playing there. Like he helped create the whole vision and vibe.
Love it.
We have Marshall Jefferson. He had the 1-4-5 chord progression, like Wild Thing by the Trogs, which is what's that song, babe?
Don't. Wow. So it's 1, 4, 5.
You make
4,
my heart
1.
sing. Okay.
And the 1, 4, 5, she means like if you're breaking down the major scale, like it's each scale degree. Like,
What does that mean?
so if it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, the 1 is the C. That's the 4. It's an F, and then the 5 is the G. So 1, 1, C, C, F, F, G, G, F, F, C, C. So obviously he didn't like sequence it the same exact way, but whenever you hear
He's
like
a human piano.
when you, I don't know that I don't have perfect pitch. That might not be.
That was
the key of
beautiful,
C.
baby.
Thank
Mwah.
you. But that's when they say like a number sequence. They're referring to like the chord of that number from that scale.
Wow.
So yeah.
So he had like the bass line has half steps. It's a moody, complex feel.
So
It was like dance hall status.
so his big hit, which is kind of like one of the most legendary house songs, is it "Move Your Body" or "Rock Your Body"?
Move your body.
Move your body, bum 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 bum. Those are the 1, 4, 5, and that's so commonly used in house.
Yeah.
So there you go.
You've probably heard the
Rock
song
your
Chami
body.
has come out with.
Speaking of Chami, I got my
Oh, yeah.
Chami shirt on, baby.
And for those of you that call him Tachami because it's a Tchami, you're wrong. It's Chami.
Get lost.
Yeah. Okay. So then we have Jesse Saunders, who had On and On. And this song, On and On, was the first house song to be commercially released on a vinyl.
Whoa.
So when you ask, like, what's the first house song, that would be credited just because it was like the first one on a vinyl.
Cool.
So obviously people were like mixing like without it being like, put out there.
I'm sure I've heard it. I can't think of that song in my head.
And this is similar to European pop as well.
A little bit of Europop. Jesse Saunders. Or while you look, should I say the next
Yeah, I
thing?
got it.
Listen to that cool. Put it on your mic. If that's not 80s, I don't know what is. That like. I don't know if I know this. They're not going to hear it. You gotta. Oh, whatever.
Okay. So that's On and On by Jesse Saunders.
On and on.
Then we have Larry Hurd, who is a huge guy in this as well. He's the first to do deep house. He was a drummer in 1977 in different bands before that as well, but couldn't be creative enough because obviously the drummer in a band just kind of like follows the lead of everyone else.
Right.
Creates the beat. So
Interesting.
he bought himself a synth and he was in New York and then heard from somebody else that it was like the music that they play at the Warehouse. So then he went and found the 303 bass lines and started to create deep house music from that. Babe, what's the 303 bass line mean?
I assume I know there's like compared to like 808s or 707s, it's just a type of like synth. I'm not too familiar, but I assume
A
like
specific synth.
I mean, I would guess that that's what they're referencing.
Cool.
Yeah, like a specific tone of a synth. I'm not too familiar with 303 bass lines, but
Okay.
yeah.
So deep house versus house, you might be asking, because this might
Yeah.
all start to sound a
I'm
little
asking.
bit like the same. Deep house is slower, more atmospheric, emphasizes soulful melodic elements, drawing from jazz, soul, and funk. whereas house is a bit faster paced and it's a high energy dance floor experience. So obviously if you're at the club, like you might be more swaying to deep house and like feeling it, but it's not like a jumping up and down like traditional house.
It's more like lounge, like those characteristics remain true today. Like deep house is going to be like 110 to like 120, and then house is going to be like maybe a little bit slower, but usually starting at 120 up to like 135. You know what I mean?
And what he means by this is beats per minute. So
the
like
tempo.
the tempo, how fast
the
it is.
The speed of the song. Yeah.
Then we have Acid House, which came in 1987 from Chicago. This was created by Future with a PH, so Phuture. And this was a double, two guys. The difference with Acid House is that they use the TB-303 synthesizer. So yeah,
synth.
Exactly. And which is like the squelching sound or a chirping sound designed to simulate bass guitars. It creates more of a hypnotic sound.
And it's interesting. We were just talking about there's a resurgence of the Acid House bass tone. It's like a lot of like high end on the bass, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, these synths, she says it was designed to simulate bass guitars. It doesn't sound like a bass guitar at all, but it's cool that it's like it's so unique that it found its place and created this genre. And I think it's funny, or it's interesting how some of these synth tones almost have a quality of like it's an attempt to sound organic, but they're so inorganic that it gives it its like it's a desirable quality in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sure.
very, very cool.
We have Garage
Garage
House out of Chicago. And then the UK turned it into UK Garage or UK Garage in the 90s.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was like a fun little tidbit that Garage House came out of Chicago, but then the UK made it a way bigger genre, arguably.
And it's huge. And that's been like a low key, like that one's been just kind of like a steady genre for years, obviously since the 90s. But now it's like very popular, like with Sammy Vergi and like MPH. And that's faster than house. It's got qualities of house, but like the drum programming's differently. And it's usually like swung.
Go on.
It's usually pretty heavily swung.
Cool. Okay, so then we have techno out of Detroit, as Slex was mentioning. We also have the Detroit pizza, honorable mention. I mean,
let's talk.
What's better out of Detroit, the pizza or techno?
Pizza.
Pizza, for sure. I agree. Techno was inspired by the house movement of Chicago, which makes sense because they're right next to each other. And it was created mostly from the Bellevue 3. The Bellevue 3 are Juan Atkins, Derek May, and Kevin Saunderson. They were 3 high school friends, and Detroit at this time was experiencing a post-industrial decline, and this backdrop influenced the futuristic and mechanical sound of early techno productions. So it wasn't, house was a bit more melodic, and techno was more mechanical sounding.
Okay, so that's like kind of like the basic foundation that distinguishes the two.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. They combined danceable rhythms and a 4/4 beat, the 4/4 beat of house with experimental electronic sounds of European artists like Kraftwerk, which Kraftwerk is with a K and then work is with an E. And
they're like legends.
Yeah. I mean, everyone mentioned that everything came from them pretty much. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. They're from Germany.
Shout out Kraftwerk.
Shout out Kraftwerk. So we have the rave culture, which I did, like one of my big papers in college was about the rave culture, and Better Living Through Circuitry is a documentary. It's on YouTube. I just found out for free. Highly recommend everyone goes and watches it. It's literally filmed in the 90s from the rave culture, and it's just a documentary about how epic this this culture was. And
revolutionary.
yeah, totally. And just like give so much light to something that might just seem like people on drugs, like dancing at late into the morning. Like it's truly like the depth of it is really, really awesome.
We could put a link. We'll have a link there.
Yeah,
because
we'll have a
it's on
link.
YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll put a link. And it got like an 84 on Rotten Tomatoes. So like clearly it's a good one.
Legit.
Mm-hmm. The documentary highlights themes as, so basically like overall, the rave culture in the 90s was all about people coming together from all walks of life and being accepted. It was empowerment through musical electronics. Okay, I'm not going to say that part. It was very much a DIY culture. So like they would just find a warehouse, set it all up themselves. Everyone would like bring what they needed and it would be like, that is the show or whatever.
I think that was like part of why it was exciting, because it was so like unofficial.
Yeah.
And like raw, you know?
Totally. Kind of like Burning Man, not anymore. Burning Man's changed apparently a lot, but like back when Burning Man started, it was like a desert and everyone has to bring everything that you need. And then everyone comes together to build and create and like experience together.
And I think like that on top of the fact that it was like sometimes I mean, you probably know better than I do. Like it was in unsolicited areas and it was secret.
Mm-hmm.
And there were like, whether or not you're doing the drugs, they were involved. So I think it like added to this extra layer of like, for young people, this layer of like, you know, allure and excitement. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And it was an emergence of a new spirituality rooted in transcendence through sound and rhythm. They called it techno spiritualism. And so the music itself like created this euphoric sensation. Euphoria.
Euphorium, I like. Is that a word?
Should be.
Comment below.
Comment below. Is it? It was the plur movement. So peace, love, unity, respect. Do you know it? Let's do it.
Did that start? That started way back then?
Yeah.
Wait.
Peace, love, heart.
Yeah.
Unity, respect.
Oh, and then you give a bracelet.
Peace, love.
I've never
respect.
done.
Yeah. And then I would move my bracelet over onto his arm. But I think the bracelet thing was later. That's like more
candy.
This whole thing I think is now.
But plur like
those four like, yeah.
That started back then.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they actively said the words, it obviously was just like implied in the community. Yeah.
They call it candied when you get a bracelet from someone. Now it's like Taylor Swift has the bracelets and stuff. It's like totally ruining the vibe. But I brought my mom and my aunt like probably 15 years ago now to a dubstep show at Red Rocks and they enjoyed it enough. And then my mom got candied and the woman like made her do the thing and then move it over, the girl, not the woman. And my mom was like, that's so nice. She's so nice. And the girl was like, I love you. And my mom's like, I love you. And then I was like, well, she was on drugs, but same thing, like still really, really nice, but
still a positive environment.
Yeah. So then this was a source of empowerment to explore inner self, shed inhibitions, connect with a deeper sense of meaning and purpose. It was just like a feel good moment for people to just escape their lives and tap into the music.
And to the point of like where Elyse mentioned earlier on that it was like one of the main pioneers behind these movements were the LGBTQ plus community, who were like otherwise ostracized a lot of the time in the mainstream. It was a place of acceptance and unity and respect. So yeah, it was just like an escape, right?
Yeah, and being yourself, like you didn't have to hide
yourself.
there.
Yeah.
I'll just say this is going to be like a fact at the end, but it doesn't really, I feel like there's no way to like make it not sound real. So This is cool. The typical tempo of house music is, you already said it.
Yeah, like 120 and up.
120 to 130 BPM. And it's known to trigger parts of the brain associated with happiness and can be psychologically satisfying due to its repetitive patterns.
Interesting.
So like in the brain, it actually makes you feel good.
Yeah, I think just in any type of music, you want like there's a level, whether you want to admit it or not, you want a level of repetition. Like your body likes to cling to something that's familiar. That's why we like choruses. That's why we like catchy hooks. And obviously that's not the case for some people. Some people want like experimental, going on different paths. But I think that's generally why house is such like a palatable genre that now even in, I mean, we're going to talk about it later, but now even in the mainstream, like Charlie XCX and Dua Lipa and Troye Sivan, it's like, it's house music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So. Definitely. And like too, like you think about rave culture, like people are wearing furry outfits and like, or nothing at all, or, you know, mesh, like it all just like whatever, come as you are kind of thing.
Yeah, come
like
as you are. Oh yeah, I mean, vibe. Some of the people, I mean, it's got parallels to something like a Ren Fair or like a Comic-Con, but in like another, it's like you go there and people are just wearing outrageous shit, but it's like, that's the environment and everyone, it's like, you shouldn't pass judgment because everyone's there to like, it's supposed to be like a non-judgmental environment.
Yeah, totally. The drugs were and still are ecstasy and ketamine, which obviously also create, especially ecstasy, like in your brain, they release endorphins and make you happy. So that helps with the overall vibe as well.
Right.
So we're going to break down. So obviously we have house music and then we have acid house, we have deep house, we have techno, and then there's like literally hundreds of other subgenres, I would say, like so many.
Mm-hmm. And
go ahead.
And it gets like, I mean, we've talked about it a million times. Like I might categorize this one song as this and Elyse might categorize it as something else. It gets so convoluted and it gets so subjective. And whenever there's like arguments on genre, it's like, ugh. But it can be a useful tool just to like define yourself if you're an artist or as like for DJs. But it can be problematic. Like my friend Reed always told me that he doesn't love genres because it's a social construct. Because the second you see a genre that you don't like, you're going to avoid it.
Totally.
Yeah. But anyways.
Totally. That's a good point. So we just picked a few because they're the ones that we like. But again, there's many others. So we have tech house. This started in the late 1980s in the US and Spain. It combines elements of house and techno. So tech house. Get it? It's 4 on the floor, bass lines. It's a minimalist, repetitive groove. It captures raw energy versus the glam of super clubs, which I like that it said it's like more raw and like gritty kind of. Eddie Richards was the man who coined the term. He got a cassette from someone else that said tech on one side and house on the other side.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he hosted the Wiggle Night at a club, and he played like tech house music.
That's what's up, dude. I wish I could go to the Wiggle Night.
Love. So who else do we have that is tech house? More new age now.
Well, it's interesting that it started as being like the grittier, like Elyse was saying. What did you say? It was the raw energy versus the glam of super clubs, which is true, and that's what it's like kind of started as, and what it still is sonically. But ironically, the like main stages, there's a lot of tech house. Not all tech house, but the heavy hitters are like Fisher, Dom Dalla, Mau P. Obviously, there's a lot of more underground, like Clooney. Well, they're all kind of like mainstream. Who's the big dude who's like killing it right now? Pazza. A lot of big tech house is probably one of like the leading genres of house right now, I think.
Yeah.
Chris Lake just came out with a new album and it's freaking sick.
Yeah, it's really good.
John Summit has roots, and like if you go way deep into Summit's shit, he has some like nasty tech house songs. He's a little more like progressive, kind of poppy now.
We'll get there.
Whoa. But yeah. I love tech house. But I have like
I like tech house. I would say sometimes it gets to be too like, I'm a more melodic person. I was
just gonna say, like, sometimes it's almost like one tech house sounds just like the other, which is like, because it's so minimalistic and so heavy on the bass, it's like, how much can you really do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I have a love-hate relationship with it. Some of it's amazing, and some of it I'm like, well, I'm not impressed.
Yeah. Okay, next we have trance. This was in the late 80s and early 90s. Happened in UK, Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. It's characterized by its tempo. So you have a build up and a breakdown structure. It's euphoric, like puts you in a trance-like state. So this is Tiesto. This is Sandstorm by Darude, which you've all heard for sure. Even if you don't know if you've heard it, you've heard it.
Armin van Buuren. I don't prefer. I respect it, and like Tiesto has some bangers, but yeah, like the huge. We don't want to get pulled down, so we got to play.
True.
Yeah.
Quick little snippets.
Yeah, it's probably truthfully, and I don't want to create controversy here. I don't want to create controversy, but it's probably my least favorite subgenre of house.
Yeah, I know that.
Definitely worth noting, though.
Definitely. We have progressive house, which was in 1990. Characterized by its melodic, evolving structures, subtle transitions, and layered sound design, often building tension and releasing it with melodic climaxes. There's long tracks a lot of the time with this.
Long-ass builds.
It was in Europe and then transcended to the U.S. What are some artists?
Well, I didn't know this. I'm just reading this right here, but Elyse found out that John Digweed out of Chicago, I think he's from Chicago.
Right.
Was one of the like pioneers of the original progressive. But the funny thing is, when I think of progressive house, I don't think of John Digweed nowadays at all.
Or Sasha.
I don't really know much about Sasha.
Well, listening to Sasha, it's like they both sound a little more almost techie.
Yeah.
But that is what pioneered the way for what progressive house is now.
Yeah, it set the groundwork. When I think, we have it right here, I think if I'm telling anyone what progressive house is, my quintessential progressive house artist is Deadmau5. If you think of like 2008 to 2012 Deadmau5, like some chords and strobe, like that to me is progressive house. I remember with Cascade. Yeah. Oh, Cascade.
Yeah.
Swedish House Mafia, like don't you worry, child. That's almost like trancey too. When Swedish House Mafia first came out, I did not love them. But in hindsight, it's like they're sick.
Yeah, that's nostalgic.
Yeah, it's nostalgic.
I remember hearing Deadmau5 for the first time and being like, "What is this?" And then that was like probably my first rave I ever went to was a Deadmau5 concert in New York City, and it was Halloween, so we dressed up when we went.
Was it insane?
And it was like the most epic thing at the time that I've ever seen. It was so cool.
What did you dress as? A mouse?
It's funny you say that. I don't remember what I dressed as, but I went with my shitty ex-boyfriend and he dressed as 3 blind mice and he had 2 mice,
that's
one
kind
on
of
each
sick
shoulder, and he had glasses on, but then he hurt him. Did he hurt himself? Maybe not. He had a cane. But then there was another concert, I think. Oh, we went to Phoenix and he like broke his foot or something. And
At the concert?
No, like right before it. And he was on crutches and like made it all about him.
Oh, didn't you get to go up front though?
No, but we got to see Daft Punk, which nobody's ever seen Daft Punk that I know in real life because they're just friends with Phoenix and came out to perform with Phoenix.
They're just in
town. And I kept being like, that's Daft Punk. And he was like, no, it's not. And he like ruined the whole experience for me. Anyways, Deadmau5 was sick. Deadmau5 always played like Halloween in New York City. It was so fun.
That might have been the only cool thing your ex-boyfriend ever did, because that sounds like a great costume. 3 blind mice.
Yeah, that was cool.
Deadmau5. New disco?
New disco, we have mid-1990s in the UK. This was an evolution of classic disco and funk elements, incorporating modern production techniques, sometimes samples from classic disco tracks. Phase Action, Idjit Boys, and Purple Disco Machine are all like good examples of that.
I feel like Duck Sauce does some new disco.
Yeah.
I was telling Elyse, I think new disco, like of all the subgenres, is like the easiest to identify because it's literally just like a modern disco tune, you know, with the funky bass lines and stuff.
And I think it's like a good one to play for if you're playing DJing for a party or
yeah.
like a wedding party or something, it's like the older generation will like it because it's like disco-y, but the newer generation likes it because it's hip.
Like
has a swing to it.
Exactly. I play it all the time. Like I played at most of my gigs because of that, because it's like this cross genre. I can't talk.
No, you keep saying shush.
Crush. It's this cross genre kind of type of music that's just, it's a vibe. I love new disco.
You're talking like Lord kind of. Crouch.
Wow.
You know, she like sings kind of like a baby. Anyways, so we have new disco. Then we have dubstep, which is in the early 2000s in South London. It was a subgenre of UK garage mixed with African dub.
I wouldn't call this a subgenre of house, but she just wanted to make note of it.
Came from house.
I thought it came from dub.
Well, it came from UK garage, which came from house garage, which came from house.
All right. Okay. So it's a distant relative.
If we're doing the family tree,
it's a distant relative.
It's a great grandchild.
Sure. Yeah.
This was Scream was like one of the first ones ever. Obviously, Skrillex made it huge. Excision made it really big, but he like added in all of these like mechanical robot sounds, and Chase and Status as well.
I thought they were D&B. They did some dubstep?
Yeah.
Cool.
Dubstep, D&B, you know.
Sure. Skrillex kind of like, I feel we were joking that we could literally have a whole podcast on Skrillex. He took dubstep. He was one of the pioneers that took it from like that deep, direct descendant of dub, because dub is like a subgenre of reggae. And OG dubstep is so sick, and I feel like it's
so deep and like
it's so sick,
and all you can do is just like
you just like, well, you were like, she was deep in the scene in Denver. Submission. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that type of dubstep is so tight, but Skrillex took it and added like really abrasive synths on top, where it's like, you know what people say, like fighting Transformers or whatever. And then then came
Excision.
like Datsick and Excision and Flux Pavilion and like, so Rusko, all like the super heavy dubstep. And then, you know, the rest is history. Now it's like crazy what the sounds that they make.
Yeah.
But I just watched that Boiler Room where it was
Mala
and Scream.
Was it Scream?
And it was like this year, and it was like, okay, I think like old dubstep is back.
And it's Mala with 2 A's at the end. M-A-L-A-A.
Yeah, no, it's the other way around.
Oh no, it's M-A-L-A.
M-A-L-A-A is the house guy, the tech house guy that wears a mask.
Yeah.
French guy.
Who's more popular, unfortunately, than Mala, M-A-L-A.
Who's
Who's
like
from
Mala with 2 A's?
the UK. I know, but like, just like, it's funny because like all of the people that we talked about that spearheaded all of this have like 9,000 monthly listeners on Spotify,
right.
Like not that big at all. And then obviously John Summit has like 1 million monthly listeners, and it's just a bummer that like these people that made this music and pioneered, but I guess that's just like classic. That's what's
it's like
happen.
They set the groundwork. They walked so that these later their successors could run. It's like
beautiful.
It's kind of, I agree with you. It's kind of sad that you see, like, for instance, like Scream is opening for Skrillex, but it's like art or whatever, you know, fill in the blank. And it's like these people that set the groundwork are now opening for the people that learned from them. But like, that's just the nature, because it's like a genre is not going to be accepted widely for a while. It's just like rap. It's just like rock, all of that, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So then we have Afro House, which is in the 1990s, South Africa. Traditional African rhythms and sounds with modern house music elements. 4 on the floor kick drum, which is... Thank you. My human jukebox over here. And some of the main pioneers from this, Kulo Dusong, which I will have one of his songs in my yoga class this week. So pop
I like
through.
That name.
Black Coffee and Kind Music. So it's just like fun. I also think that Afro House is like a great one to like new disco, where it's just like a good one to play for everyone.
Yeah. And it's super like, I think the second you hear Afro House, it's super recognizable because it's like the elements of like African percussion are like so prominent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
great.
to the viewer, I feel like one of the biggest songs right now is "Move." The girl, I really like the way you move. Oh, that was horrible.
It's a good one. No, it's good. And Water. Is that what it's called?
Which one's Water?
Or no?
You talking about Water by Tyla?
Yeah.
That's more like Afrobeat.
Oh. Fuck me, I guess. I don't know.
Afrobeat and Afro House are super similar, but like Afrobeat's like almost like the pop route, and Afro House is like the house route.
Love it.
They're similar.
Thank you.
You're not far off. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're gonna play a game
Yay.
called What's That Genre? Subgenre, really.
Subgenre, really.
So I'm gonna play 4 different songs, and Slex has to tell us what. Oh no, yeah. Don't look. 4 different songs, and Slex has to tell us what the subgenre of the song is. Bonus points if he can tell us what the song is.
Make sure you do it into the mic.
I know, I will. Okay, so here's the first one. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I feel like I have to hear it. Like trance?
Yes. Very good.
But like that could be, I mean, I guess it's more trance, but that's almost like progressive. Like that's what I'm saying.
It's trance for today. Okay.
It's trance
Very
for today.
good. That's For an Angel by Paul Van Dyke.
Okay.
And that's like one of the biggest
like a big dog.
trance songs.
I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah. Next. Ready?
I'm ready.
Cleanse your palate.
Yeah. Yep. I already like it. Oh my god. I mean, it's just like piano house. It's just like straight up house or progressive.
Yes, progressive house. Very good. Ding, ding, ding. Do you want to guess who it is?
Ding, 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 ding. Do I know who it is?
Yeah.
It feels older.
Yep. Good.
Progressive house, older.
Eric Pride's.
Ah!
And it's called Pajano. Pajanu? But it's like piano, but it's Pjanoo.
I knew that too.
I love that song.
Is it Prides or Prids?
Oh, I don't know.
Eric Prides. I don't know.
Ahmed Balou. Okay, next. Ready?
Yeah. Afro House?
No.
Deep House?
Yes.
All right. Oh, yeah. I'm an idiot.
So as you can see, listeners, viewers, this is a little bit slower than the last one, which is progressive house is more like traditional house. It's faster. It's get you out of your seat. And then deep house is more like you're having a cocktail by the ocean and it's a beautiful night. Okay.
But that percussion there, do you see how I almost made the mistake? Like
there's a shaker, which is kind of African.
Yeah, and like the shaker in Afro House. The shaker in Afro House is really, it's accented on the one usually. So it's like, I feel like.
Talk to me. I feel like that's in the
Oh, yeah.
disclosure. Okay. And then lastly, ready? Mm-hmm. We have.
Yas. And a little bit more than a lot. Oh, yeah. This is, it's Mount P, and it's Tech House for sure.
But what else would you call it with that bass?
Oh, it's with the acid bass.
I know.
It's like Tech House with an acid bass. Nice,
yes,
babe.
Very good. So like we were talking about with the, what did we call it? What kind of bass is that?
Acid. Oh, the 303.
No.
Oh.
What's the word?
Yeah, the TB 303 synth.
No.
Squelching.
Squelching. That's the squelching sound. Yeah.
And that's a brand new song, so it's cool how it's like cyclical.
Like you were talking about.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you at the time, but Like I Like It by Malpete. We're going to make a playlist with all of the different subgenres we've been talking about with like 3 songs each. So you can just go in time and hear different songs that we like.
Have a little fun.
Yeah, we'll put it in the thing. Okay, we're about to play everyone's favorite game.
Our favorite game.
8. How well do you know your partner?
Or as we like to say,
call it, HWDYKYP. All right, y'all. We have 4 questions. 2 for Slex, 2 for Elyse, and we're going to see if we know each other. We don't really. We've learned from this game.
We rarely get it correct.
We really do.
Real quick, before I forget, Elyse, I always give you props, but this one, you blew it out. You knocked it out of the water.
Thank you. Yeah.
You blew it out of the water?
Blew it right out of the water.
This is such a fun storyline script.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Yeah.
Storyline?
Yeah.
Anyways, this is really fun and having a great time.
It's what I'm passionate about. I think if you look back, like I'm not as passionate about dinosaurs as I am about house music. It's just
Why
it's
not?
the facts.
She killed it on this. This is such a fun thing to talk about. I think we're also just geeking because we both like it.
Yeah, true. Okay, first question. What is Slex's favorite subgenre that we have spoken about? Or maybe we haven't spoken about it.
Oh. Ready?
I'm way wrong then because you wrote something way shorter than me. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Progressive house.
I like progressive.
Your favorite is tech?
It's interesting because
it has been late. Well, I feel like you switched back.
I have my thresholds with tech house, but then I'll come back to it and I'm like, oh, I still love it.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry that I suck.
Now I'm like, yeah.
I'm not going to talk you out of it.
Yeah. Tech house, y'all. Come on.
By next week, it'll be progressive. You watch.
I like progressive, but
I'm going to brainwash him.
The funny thing is, for years, I thought I didn't like progressive. And then I just didn't know what it was. Again, what are genres, y'all? Anyways.
Human constructs. Hate them.
Hate them.
Okay. What is Elise's favorite subgenre?
I think I know. Uh-oh, she's writing a lot.
3, 2, 1. Melodic
house.
Progressive. Yeah. So melodic is under the progressive umbrella, kind of. But I love, if you give me a piano and a female singer, best song I've ever heard in my life. That's all I need. That's literally all I need.
She loves people like Lane 8, and I feel like a lot of Rufus can kind of be in the melodic zone.
Yeah. But even like, hear me out. I'm going to pull this up right fast. Don't stress.
Like
it's right here. Listen to this song.
Don't stress.
Real quick moment.
Like, would this be melodic house? Like, is piano house melodic house? Maybe.
I mean, for me, and that piano, that's like my favorite piano in that.
You like
right
that
there.
plucky piano?
I do. It's heavy. It's nice.
Yeah. And there's like delay on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. Then we have, who is Slex's favorite house artist? So out of every subgenre, everyone, who is his favorite? And it can't be yourself.
This is a really hard one because I have a lot of house artists I love, and it's like, but they're all like in different realms. So if I like had to choose one that I could just like, that really just touches all the bases. I already knew she was going to ask this question, so I was ready. I was locked and loaded.
It literally could be so many people, but I put 2 because I'm just going to do that. Okay,
Okay,
3, 2, 1. Skrillex. Disclosure. I said Chris Lake.
Well, I love Chris Lake. Skrillex, he's probably my favorite overall producer, but I like it. I'm hesitant to call him like a house producer. You know what I mean? Because he's like...
Yeah, you're right.
And then I was thinking I love Chris Lorenzo.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Disclosure, like, they speak to my soul.
Yeah.
And I'm all about, like, artists that, like, you know my whole shtick. Like, artists that are truly, like, so individualistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're just so unique.
Oh, yeah.
Disclosure.
Okay. Lastly, what is my favorite house concert I've ever attended? With my ex-boyfriend.
That's
Kidding.
hard. Oh, Dead Mouse with your. What's her favorite house concert she went to that her ex-boyfriend dressed up as 3 Blind Mice?
Three, two, one. Rufus at Red Rocks 2021, baby.
Nice. I knew that.
It's another one would be Disclosure at Red Rocks. We literally saw them right at the beginning where they were playing, like, one would pick up a bass guitar, the other would play the drums, then the next song one would sing and the other would play guitar. It was like constant movement. Their talent is like unmatched, those two boys, and it was just like so epic, and their songs are obviously so good.
It was like they set up their home studio, and it was like they were just riffing on songs, and like, oh, like, yeah, Guy grabs the bass and Howard's on the keys right now, and it was so inspiring, and that's exactly how I want my sets to be.
It will be. So that was
Stay tuned.
So incredible. But Rufus at Red Rocks, this specific show, we had all of our best friends, and we would just like look over there and see a friend, and look over there and see a friend, and everyone. It felt like Red Rocks. Everyone knew each other, and everyone was in it together. It was just like the most beautiful concert ever. I remember like crying, and then just like turning into a cry because I was just so happy and like emotional. It was just like so beautiful.
It was insane.
Yeah.
That was the first time I heard On My Knees. That was they what album is that on? Solace?
No.
Surrender.
Yeah.
Solace?
I think you're right, Surrender.
The most recent album is
But the thing is it was their Solace tour.
No, you're right. I think it is Surrender that it's on.
I think you're right too.
Because their most recent album is what?
Yeah, it's Surrender. Wait, See You Again, Next to Me, On My Knees. Yeah. Yeah, so it was literally, they were on their Solace tour,
Surrender, yeah.
which is like probably one of their best albums.
Like Underwater and
then
Your Eyes.
And Solace.
I see my Solace.
And then they played a few of their new songs that were coming out from Surrender, which came out, I think, like literally 2 days. It did. It came out like a day after, 2 days later.
Yeah.
And that was like On My Knees, See You Again, Alive, Wildfire.
Which Alive won a Grammy. Ironically, I think it was just how the release happened, but it's funny. Alive's a great song, but On My Knees is easily a better song, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing that at Red Rocks, and they always pair Red Lights with On My Knees because it's like a dark song, and it's like, dong, 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 dong. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Epic.
It's so sick.
So that's our journey with house, my friends. We love it, and we hope you love it too.
And the best part is we are, as our podcast says, we don't know anything. We don't know anything?
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. So if you have any input, any corrections, talk to us. Let's open this dialogue.
We'd love to hear about new artists. Always love hearing new music. And I think that's like the most beautiful part about house music is like, of course, all music has its thing, but even something, and this is obviously, you could fight this, everything I'm about to say, but like pop music, for example, it's very like experiential, like talking about a breakup, talking about falling in love, talking about like, because it's so lyric heavy, it's like an experience.
Right.
Same with country music, same with hip hop, which is great. But like, if I have never like drank whiskey on a front porch, country music doesn't resonate with me as deeply. Or like, if I didn't experience a breakup in the way that the artist sings it, of course I can connect to that. But like, it is very like, have you experienced it or not? You know, or like seeing your best friend die, like in hip hop, I feel like that happens all the time. Like, haven't experienced that, you know, like whatever. So house music comes from a place of love. Comes from a place of, it's more like it's not as, it can be lyric heavy, but it's more an emphasis on the track itself.
Like
music driven. And so it's more about like feeling it versus what you've experienced, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's a lot like a lot of times if there are vocals, it's usually like a sample or a repeated thing that's really relatable.
Yeah.
Like feel it in my body or, you know, like whatever. And it's like, yeah, I can do that. I can
feel it in my body. Yeah. So I love house music. There's something for everyone. So if you're saying like, I don't like house music, yes, you do. I'll find you something. I promise.
It's just like yoga. At the end of yoga,
Mm-hmm.
it's for everyone.
Yep. Everything I love is for everyone.
Wow.
Yeah, it works out well for me.
She really imposes her views on everyone else.
Yeah, I'm right. You're wrong.
Yeah.
So we love you. Thank you for listening. We actually have, this is 27. We have 28, 29, 30. We have 3 more episodes until we're done with our first season. So keep checking in, keep tuning in, keep the comments going, and we'll see you next time.
Keep all those comments coming in.
Flooding our gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace, y'all.